Another topic of synchronous motors are phasor diagrams. So phasor diagrams are similar to alternators, but main difference is in alternators the generated EMF is greater than the terminal voltage, but in case of motor EG is less than terminal voltage. Once you understand that point, you can easily derive the derivation and the phasor diagram also. Once again I repeat, in alternator EG greater than V, in motor EG less than V generated EMF. Please see the phasor diagram for lagging load. Here also the supply voltage V is a taken reference, supply voltage V. Okay, so EF is taken as a reference, current IA is lagging. So the terminal voltage not a taken reference, EF is a reference, armature current IA is lagging at an angle phi. So because this is a lagging, so this is a lagging power factor, so from the reference that will rotate in clockwise direction. If there is a leading, from the reference that will rotate in anti-clockwise direction. From EF to IA, the angle difference is phi. So here also there is a two drops. One is armature resistance drop, another one is synchronous reactance drop. So IA RA always parallel to the IA axis is 90 degrees from the resistive drop. So the terminal voltage V is the phasor sum of EF plus IA RA plus IA axis simply. So this is a phasor diagram for lagging power factor. So at unity power factor, same, take EF as a reference. Here the voltage V and IA are both are in same direction. So IA RA drop in same direction of IA axis is 90 degrees from the resistive drop. So the voltage V is the sum of vector sum of EF plus IA RA plus IA axis. This is for unity power factor. So while coming to the leading power factor, so from EF here, so IA is leading means we using the capacitive loads. So here also we have two drops, IA RA and IA axis. IA RA always parallel to the IA axis. From the resistive drop it is 90 degrees. So here we finding the EF values in every power factor. So another important topic is effect of changing field excitation on synchronous motor at constant speed. Effect of change in excitation. So what is meant by excitation in synchronous motor? So the effect excitation means change in field current or increasing the field current or decreasing the field current. So the field current increasing means the field winding current increases. We know that in motor we having two supplies, one is AC supply, another one is DC supply. If you increasing the DC supply current, that is nothing but increasing the field current. Increasing the field current means excitation increasing. Excitation increases. Whenever the excitation is increases, what happens? This is a very good and important phenomenon. Synchronous motor excitation refers to the DC supply given to the rotor which is used to produce the required magnetic flux. How much flux needed the machine that will produce a DC excitation. Please observe that carefully. So this also just like is a vector diagram. So figure 1 gives under excitation, figure 2 gives normal excitation, figure 3 gives over excitation. So supply voltage V taken as a reference. So if there is a anti-clockwise, that is a under excitation as a lagging power factor. V and IA is in phase, that is a normal excitation. So if V is taken as reference, so if you rotates in anti-clockwise direction IA, so that is a leading. Already we know these phasor diagrams. Once again So if you V is a reference, if that rotates in clockwise, IA rotate in clockwise, that will the lagging power factor, that is under excitation. Both are in same paces, that is a normal excitation, which is called unity power factor. In figure 3, V is a reference, the phase vector is rotating anti-clockwise, IA is rotating anti-clockwise, that is a over excitation. The angle between the voltage and IA is a phi at any time. EF is a excitation voltage, ER is a resultant voltage. EF is a excitation voltage, ER is a resultant voltage. Under excitation. So what is meant by under excitation? The synchronous motor is said to be under excited if the field excitation is such that EF less than V. Under this condition, the armature current IA lags behind the supply voltage and consuming lagging reactive power. So in this under excitation, the machine consumes the reactive power. This is a very important. The motor power factor is lagging. Under case 2, so normal excitation of synchronous motor. If EF is equal to V, the synchronous motor is said to be normally excited. Under this condition, the reactive power of the motor is 0. That is, the motor is neither absorbing nor delivering reactive power. Thus, the power factor of the motor is unity. For a given load unity power factor, the resultant voltage and hence the armature current is minimum. So here in first step, in case 1 under excitation, motor consumes the reactive power. In normal excitation, the motor not consuming any reactive power, Q is equal to 0. In case 3, over excitation of synchronous motor, the synchronous motor is said to be over excited if the field excitation is such that EF greater than V. Under such condition, the armature current IA leads to the supply voltage and motor supplies lagging reactive power to the system. Hence, motor power factor is leading. So in the first case, the motor absorb the reactive power. Second case, reactive power is equal to 0. In third case, motor deliver the reactive power. This is a very important topic. Under over excitation situation, synchronous motor act as a synchronous condenser.